Hello. So I checked the recent edition of Technology Radar, and one of the tools that they recommend to adopt is tool number 46 or item number 46 called Karpenter. It's in the adopt phase, which is the best phase. They have 4 phases: hold, assess, trial, and adopt. Adopt means we tested it and it's quite good. You can adopt it. And they have a mark there, which means that it just entered the adoption phase. So what is this Carpenter? Let's read about this. 46 Carpenter. One of the fundamental capabilities of Kubernetes is horizontal autoscaling. Its ability to launch new pods when additional capacity is needed and shut them down when load decreases. So this is the autoscaling of the pods, but then the question comes, what about the nodes? Do we actually have enough resources and machines to hold these new pods? This is exactly what Karpenter is about. However, this only works if the nodes needed to host the pods already exist. Cluster Autoscaler can do rudimentary cluster expansion triggered by pod failures, but it has limited flexibility. Karpenter, however, is a smarter open source Kubernetes operator node autoscaler. When we say node in Kubernetes, we mean the actual machines. They can be, of course, virtual. And the pods are the containers, the aggregation of multiple containers that live in the nodes. So it's an autoscaler. Examining it's looking like it's like monitoring the current workloads and pod scheduling constraints, select an appropriate instance type, and then starts and stops it as needed. Karpenter is an operator in the spirit of tools such as Crossplane that can provision cloud resources outside of the cluster. So it can provision both resources inside our cluster and also outside of the cluster in the cloud. Even though Karpenter was originally developed by AWS for EKS, it's becoming the default node auto-provisioner across all cloud Kubernetes service providers. And Azure recently started supporting Karpenter with k8s Karpenter provider. So Amazon has EKS and Azure has k8s. And that's it. So Karpenter is like an open source. Let's view, I think, what is this project exactly. I'm clicking this Karpenter. We reach its homepage. And let's see, just-in-time nodes for any Kubernetes cluster. Karpenter simplifies Kubernetes infrastructure with the right nodes at the right time. Karpenter automatically launches just the right compute resources to handle your cluster applications. This is what we have said. It examines the node, examines the pods, and then decides if we need more resources. Karpenter observes the aggregate resource request of unscheduled pods and makes decision to launch and terminate nodes. Minimize scheduling, so probably it can already predict and loads the nodes. Let's look at its GitHub. I wonder in which language. I'm really curious in which language. Maybe Go. Already looks like Go. Yeah, all this system programming today is either Go or Rust. Let's look at this project. 5.8k stars. Not amazing, but pretty good. Look at the sources here. Butcher. Yeah, exactly. It's a Go project. No, Go is very clear. It's really good for system programming. Compiles to the machine. Let's briefly go. So we look here at the source code of instance, and I see they have like a function named filter instance types. They have comments in the code. So you see, this is something I would say, today people are not writing any comments in the code, and they think that is cool and great because self-documentation code. But you see, a major open source, right? You might say this is not good practice, but they actually have comments that explain what the code does. For example, filter down a single instance type. This is and we see that it's doing something similar like allow.filter, or since all n capacity pools are ice, this should return back an ice error. And we see it's returning ice provider.create, and we have an error returned. Provision instances that have the Karpenter sh node pool key. Many comments. I like this. This explains what the code does. This just said, don't be religious about not writing comments. If you think it's enough clear without a comment, great. If you think it's not clear enough, maybe a function, a nurtured function. You see, it's not really split into many functions. It's just written, I like this. It makes sense. It's a good code that you can read, not split into too many functions, too many abstractions, and has comments that explain what it does. Okay, so this was about Karpenter.